My name's Dre, I'm from Decorah, Iowa, and I fish Tenkara. Tenkara to me is one of the easiest ways to learn to fish, one of the hardest things to master. I tell people it can be as easy or as hard as you want it to be. And for me, it's more about, and I think for most people, it's more about presentation than pattern. So there's no match the hatch in my world, or it's all about where I put the fly and if I can figure out how to feed it. Oh, I fish it because it's, like I said, I mean, it's just the best way, hands down, to fish. It forces you to learn to read water. It forces you to learn to manage your line better. There's a multitude of presentation techniques that as you kind of progress through it, you learn. It's highly skill-based, I think, as you start to advance through it, and super rewarding, you know, when you zip one in there and it lands where you want and you drift it just so, and, you know, fish comes out and eats it. It's pretty great. Currently, right now, I actually, based on conditions, I run two different rods. I'll run either Oni Ishitiro 3.4, which is a 3.4 meter rod, or Oni Type 1, which is a 4 meter rod. I run about time and a half the rod length in line, 2.5 level, 5X fluoro tippet, and, you know, whatever kabari I feel like running. My go-to has been, since about last winter, a Jun kabari that has a bead head on it. So I call it my weighted winter Jun. It's all cream with a pink bead. Basically, it's a real basic scud pattern is what it is. And there's a ton of scuds in my water, so that's kind of what I gravitate towards. I fished it all last winter almost exclusively and caught a number of fish in the 18 to 20 inch range. It's less about the pattern and it's more about what I think the fish will eat. It's what I can do with that particular kabari. So weighted, unweighted, reverse hackle, forward facing hackle, stiff hackle. Those are all just things that I kind of use to get my desired results as far as my presentation is concerned. Absolutely. It is absolutely the fanciest cane pole you can possibly buy. For sure, 100%. Just like a remote control airplane that you buy at a craft store is the same as the space shuttle. So, you know, it's a fixed line tradition. Originally started with pieces of bamboo. So in that strictest sense, it absolutely is, but couldn't be farther from that, it couldn't be farther from that as far as the techniques that you use and the materials that the rods are made out of. And so, I mean, I call it my, people ask me, well, what'd you catch, that fish on? And I always tell them it's my fancy flippy stick, because I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. Here's why this cane pole fishing thing is a deal. So Western fly anglers are super butthurt that they spend thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars on their gear, and we can do it with a stick and a line. It's not my fault. I mean, but that's really what it is. So in order to kind of diminish what Tenkara can be, you have to kind of marginalize it some way. Oh, it's just cane pole fishing. Well, I mean, sure. Yes, if you think it's cane, if your impression of it is that it's cane pole fishing, then for sure it's cane pole fishing. That's awesome. Moreover, who's the better angler? The guy who can catch multiple fish on basically, 20-pound fluorocarbon with a stick and a bit of feather and fluff, or the one that has a $500 reel, a $100 line, a box of boxes of hundreds of flies, yeah, and a $1,000 rod? So for sure, I'm a cane pole angler. And also just maybe check us out on Facebook. It's New School Tenkara, and we just kind of talk about all things Tenkara. Super open forum. If you bass fish for Tenkara, if you pike fish, if you just fish for trout, it's just kind of a place where everyone can kind of come and talk about what they do and why they do it. Or if you want to just kind of see what's up with the Driftless Tenkara scene, it's a smaller group, but it's Iowa Driftless Tenkara.
Good job, dude. Right here.
On to the next one.
Yeah.
Unless you want to fish through there a little bit.
Nah, you get it.
Ooh. You got that one on camera?
Yeah, I believe
right.
so.
Whew.
Can you use your net on this one?
Nah, I'm just gonna tail it.
That's the biggest one of the day.
I don't think it's gonna pop off either.
Maybe it's dead.
Nah, it's just, it's cold. It's not quite as lively.
Wet your hands, wet your hands.
Oh, yeah, sec, thanks. Look at that, guys.
Whoo! It's a 16-incher.
Look at that. Barbless hook pops right out. And then you just give them a little bit of time to revive. And off they go.
Nice job. Well,